Okay, so this is a QiYi Super Ivy Cube. In this video I'm going to unbox it and see if I can figure out how to solve it. So it looks like in the box we find the puzzle itself and some instructions on how to solve it. I'm not going to use these. And it looks like the puzzle either uses some sort of click mechanism or is magnetic. I'm not really sure which. Okay, so I think that's sufficiently scrambled. I already know how to solve an Ivy Cube, so I wonder how much more difficult this is going to be than that. I'm kind of imagining that maybe it's going to be sort of similar to a Skewb in some ways. I've also heard that it's the same as a Rex Cube, which I don't know how to solve, but if you know how to solve it, then I guess you already know how to solve this. I think my initial plan is going to be trying to solve it like a Skewb, but I think I'm going to have to take into account these sort of edge pieces as well while I'm doing that. So I'll give that a go now. I'm not so sure that that strategy is going to work. It did end up being a bit different from a Skewb, the way that it turns, not quite as I expected. So I'm going to sort of readjust and sort of try to solve around a point instead. Okay, so I've gotten sort of a point done and these little sort of centery type pieces inside. I think next I'm going to attempt to do these ones, so I've already got two of them in and I'll try and get this one in as well. Okay, so that turned out to be trivial. Next, I think I want to do these pieces. Okay, so I figured out how to get each of these edge pieces in, and what I'm doing at the moment is I found an algorithm that is able to basically shift one of these blocks around, and I'm trying to use that to see how much of the cube I can get solved with just that algorithm. Okay, so at this point I've managed to get it to a state where I have only, I believe that's 4 pieces in the incorrect spot, so I'm going to try and figure out a way to do some sort of cycle to swap these. Okay, so there we go. I think in the end I kind of ended up lucking out a little bit with finding a way to swap around these pieces, but basically what I was doing was just sledgehammers and just sort of randomly moving this one and then doing more sledgehammers, and eventually I ended up in a case that I recognized from the regular Ivy Cube, and then I was able to sort of fiddle around with that to get it to work. In general, I would say that this is probably a fairly nice sort of intermediate level puzzle. It has a fair challenge, I would say, but it's not that difficult really. That being said, you probably will have to sort of figure out some algorithms on your own to get it to work, but overall, a fairly fun puzzle. Subscribe if you want to see more. Goodbye.